Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Nona from thealignlover.com. I have another video for you in my seasonal color series for men. We are looking at the deep or dark autumn. Now, to give you some context, deep autumn sits between true autumn and deep winter, and if you need any background information on this, I've linked videos I've made in the description box. So again, for context, deep autumn is in between true autumn, which is much more warm and ember-like than deep autumn, and on the other side we have deep winter, which is cooler and more shadowy than deep autumn. In the middle, deep autumn is earthy, rich, and warm. Taking a closer look at the deep autumn beauty, we see that first and foremost, their coloring is dark and deep. Their darkest values are very dark, and in contrast, their lighter values are a lot lighter, but overall, their pigmentation is quite saturated. They have a sultry, shadowy look to them. And looking at their undertones, they lean slightly warm with honey, walnut, peach, or apricot tones. That being said, they can also wear slightly cooler colors because they lean warm, but they're not completely warm. And this is a generalized deep autumn palette for the idea of a deep autumn person. Now, you are an individual, so the perfect palette will be customized for you and only you, but these colors should give you a high probability of looking very harmonious because they are dark and deep for the most part, and they lean warm. First example is Jamie Dornan, and his hair, his skin, his features look so flawless, smooth, defined, with an extra bit of dimension thrown in with these deep autumn colors up top, but compare him in cool, crisp colors on the bottom. They kind of rob the color from his face. They look distracting because they don't have anything in common with his shading. Next up, we have Jason Momoa, who looks so natural, so defined, so handsome in these deep autumn colors. We see these warm charcoal grays, burgundies, dark olive grays, even the cognac of his leather bag are perfect for him. You see the definition in his hair, his beard, his eyes, his skin looks flawless. Now compare these to the bottom photos where the black is too cool, too harsh, too dark. It looks flat on him, and the pink color is too light, too muted. There's no richness, there's no warmth or depth, and it drains the color from his face. Next up, we have Taye Diggs. He looks so flawless, smooth, rich, lustrous, and this mustard, warm, deep chocolate and eggplant shade. Compare these to the bottom colors where the highly contrasting black and sorbet pastel orange look very separate. And then this gray, muted ensemble just drains the color from his face because they're so muted. They lack any warmth and any depth. Our last example is Jake Gyllenhaal. He looks so harmonious in these shades. These colors support him. They enhance his colors, his beauty, his features, his skin, his complexion. You don't notice the clothes on him. You notice him as one cohesive image. Now, compare these to the bottom shirts where this very shiny, cool gray fabric looks very separate from him. It looks too crisp yet shiny. And then this muted striped shirt with the black shirt combined, again, just too much contrast. It's too lacking in warmth and richness and depth, and it also drains the color from his face. Now, if you want to wear patterns, I recommend going for a pattern with darker colors dominating and the contrast between the lightest and darkest shades not being overly harsh. If you can, find a pattern where the edges kind of swirl into each other or the edges are a little bit softened, and don't go for anything where the lightest color dominates, and definitely don't go for anything where the geometry or the linear pattern really creates contrast where the lighter color dominates. And obviously, cool colors are not the best choice. That was it for today's video. If you need any help with color or styling, check out my services on thealignedlover.com. I'll see you in the next video.